Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Therapeutic Yoga today. We are going to do a physical therapy heavy class today, but it certainly is going to have plenty of yoga in it to still qualify as a yoga class. We are going to be dealing with the shoulders, but not just the shoulders. We're going to be dealing with what if you are dealing with shoulder pain. Now, first things first for today's class, there are lots and lots and lots of reasons for shoulder pain, from shoulder arthritis to muscle strains to ligament sprains to instabilities, lots of reasons to have shoulder pain. So this is not a prescriptive class for your shoulder problem. This is, hey, if you're having shoulder pain, give some of these things a try because they may diminish your pain without having to use something as terrible as a pain pill. So that is my goal for today's class. Now, what you're going to need for today's class is a chair. Have yourself sitting in a chair. In fact, we're going to be in this chair for the entire first half of the class, if not a bit more than that. But also have a yoga mat set up. And with your yoga mat set up, have yourself a block down there. In sitting, you're going to need a hand towel, and we're going to talk about how to use this hand towel in a little bit. But go ahead and grab yourself a fairly small hand towel and just kind of place it on your lap. We are going to be doing some self-mobilization to some really tight muscles that create problems and restriction of movement in our shoulder joints that facilitate driving pain today. We're going to be doing that on the mat. So what I'd also like you to have is some sort of self-mobilization ball. Now, it could be a tennis ball. That's the easiest, probably the cheapest as well. It can be a massage ball, but we're going to be in the chest muscles. Oftentimes, massage balls can be a little bit too hard. So that might be one that you say, nope, I'm not going to do that today. It can be a pinky ball. I love pinky balls. They're like a racquetball, but just a little bit larger. You can get those anywhere on the internet, but they're really, really good because they're rubber and they give, but they've got a good amount of firmness. Finally, my favorite home product to use to self-mobilize muscles is a laundry ball. So believe it or not, a wool laundry ball has the same amount of firmness of a rubber ball. Rubber balls or pinky balls are usually around 2 to 2.5 inches. Laundry balls are usually 2.5 to 3 inches, but they work perfect, you guys. So kind of find something that's about that size that you may have in your house. You can use, like a small orange or something, but I can't be guaranteed what your yoga mat's going to look like when we're done. But whatever you're going to use today, go ahead and place it on your mat next to your mat, because we'll be using that when we get down to the floor. Final thing you're going to need, grab it if you can, is some sort of yoga strap. Now, if you don't have a yoga strap at home, a belt will do just fine. A thin scarf, gosh, you could probably even use a dog leash, really. So just grab a hand towel, grab some sort of strap material that you'll be able to use on these neck muscles, and we're ready to go. Now, let's get ourselves in an unsupported sitting position here. So make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Once your feet are flat on the floor, just kind of check in for a second that your feet are somewhere near hip distance. So you're not sitting with your legs really wide. You're not sitting with your ankles crossed or your knees crossed, but you are in fact giving yourself a fairly decent base of support to use. Try not to use the back of your chair. So if you've got significant back issues and you're not going to be able to tolerate sitting for 30 minutes or so, then by all means, sit yourself back and use the back of your chair. But if you can, use those trunk muscles and learn to get that automatic core by having good alignment, I encourage you to try to sit unsupported using the back of your chair. All right, so let's get on with this shoulder pain class today. So the very first thing I want you to do is see if you can find some good alignment in sitting. So with your feet flat on the floor, start with doing some pelvic tucks and pelvic tilts. Let's see if I could speak today. So pelvic tucks and pelvic tilts. Just kind of go through a few motions of your pelvis. Feel where your sit bones are on the chair. And then once you feel like you've got your sit bones on the chair, literally get your spine nice and tall. So sit up as tall as you can. Now, for a lot of us, when we sit up tall, we kind of backward bend our rib cage a little tiny bit. So we need to get weight down through our feet. So easy check for you right now. When you sat up nice and tall, could you pick your leg up really easily? Because if you could, chances are you just kind of backward bent your rib cage. So here's what I want you to do. Sit up nice and tall, and then from your hips, allow yourself just to slightly hinge forward until you can't pick up your legs. That's the position I want to see if you can challenge yourself to stay in. All right, so now that we've got that, let's start working on these shoulders. So we're going to do what's called setting our shoulder blades for a minute. What that means is we're just taking our shoulder blades and giving them the most contact with our rib cage that we can. So do this for me. Gently kind of bring your hands up, so like you're holding a tray. Lightly shoulder shrug, just a gentle shoulder shrug. You've got it. Very nice. And then just slowly rotate your arms out. Now, if you've got shoulder pain and that hurts, don't go into pain. Just go as far as you can, but gently rotate your arms out. Think about your thumbs going back behind you, and then give your shoulder blades a squeeze. As you give your shoulder blades that squeeze, you'll feel those back muscles engage. Now, keeping those back muscles engaged, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and then very gently unrotate each of your arms, and then just place your hands onto your thighs. One of my hands is on a towel, one of my hands is on a strap. That's a-okay for what we're going to do today. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to really feel what happens to these shoulder joints when you take a breath. By the way, when we think of our whole shoulder complex, it's actually 4 different joints together. So you have a joint right here, sternoclavicular joint. You got a joint right here on top, a acromioclavicular joint. You got this joint, which is the one we're going to focus on today, glenohumeral joint. That's your ball and socket. And then you got that joint that you just engaged in the back, which is your shoulder blade against a rib cage. 4 joints make your shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. So keep those shoulder blades engaged. Close your eyes if you need to. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a nice deep inhale into your chest. When you do that, can you feel the ball and sockets of your shoulders? That ball kind of comes back and down. Now exhale out. Rib cage kind of settles forward, and those balls kind of fall forward in those joints. It's real important for us to understand relative to shoulder pain. Try that again for me. Keep that nice tall posture. Shoulder blades are engaged. Take a nice slow deep inhale into your belly. Can you feel those balls kind of falling back and setting into your shoulders? And then as you exhale, can you feel them kind of falling and rolling forward? Let's do that 2 more times. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. 1 more breath. Nice deep inhale in and exhale out. You've got it. So the very first thing that we're going to work on for shoulder pain is to loosen up the muscles that connect our neck to our shoulders. Because here's the thing, oftentimes when you've got shoulder pain, whether you've been in a sling for a long time or you've been a pretend sling, maybe you've just been babying your arm and not lifting it, not using it, not creating motion of this joint, you start to overuse these muscles of your neck. So we're going to start dealing with our shoulder pain by gently creating some length between those interconnection muscles between our neck and our shoulder. So let's start. Grab your yoga strap, place your yoga strap up and over your right shoulder. And once you have your yoga strap up and over your right shoulder, place it so that if you can imagine where your shoulder's kind of coming and then your neck kind of comes down, that little area where they kind of meet, that's where you want that yoga strap to sit. And then take the yoga strap underneath the opposite side. So on your left side, and kind of take it and hold it with your left hand. Now, if you've got issues with your wrists, issues with your hands, kind of loop the yoga straps around your hands so you take your grip and your wrists out of the equation. All right, we're in the position we need to be in. Now, here's what I want you to do. In this position, make sure you haven't lost your good base of support through your feet. Your spine's nice and tall, shoulder blades are engaged. Now, allow yourself to bend your neck up and over that right side where that strap is. Now, in this position with that neck bent, the only thing I want you to do right now is take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale with that left hand, pull that strap back. As you do that, You should feel all of the muscles that connect your shoulder and your neck kind of pull behind you. That's what we want. Now, keeping those muscles pulled back, the right hand is just kind of anchoring that strap right now. Take a nice deep inhale and slowly start to lift your head upright. And then as you exhale, begin to side bend your head to the opposite side. Gently feeling a little bit of a pull on the side of that right neck there. Now, holding that position, maybe closing your eyes if you want to. We're going to take 2 deep, long inhales into our belly. So not into your chest, not into your shoulders, way down there into your belly. So take a deep inhale into your nose. And then exhaling out, only side bending to tension, not to pain. One more breath, deep inhale into the nose. And exhaling out. You've got it. Now inhale, bring your head back upright. Keep the tension on that strap. Now as you exhale, take your chin and dive your chin down to that left armpit. Do you now feel that tension in the back of your neck? That's it. Holding that position now. Maybe closing your eyes if you feel like you need to. Nice deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Tension only, no pain. Nice deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Then inhaling, bringing your head back up, and then exhaling, releasing the tension in the strap. Okay. Now, we're going to stay on this side for a second, and we're going to kind of work on treating something that oftentimes is dysfunctional in our neck when we have shoulder pain, and that's the very top rib of our rib cage. So stay exactly where you are with your strap right now. Side bend your head back over that strap. You got it. Take that first deep inhale, and on that exhale with that left strap, pull those tissues backward. Now, keep your head side bent over the strap. Both arms, so the right arm and the left arm, are going to work together this time. And what I want you to do is in this position, take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale with both straps, pull the straps down. Feel the tension up on top of that shoulder girdle area where that rib is. Okay, keep both straps pulled down this time. Take an inhale, lift your head up. And then as you exhale, just gently side bend away again. You should feel a little bit more of a stretch than you did your first time. Holding right here. 2 breaths. Deep inhale. Maybe on that exhale, can you pull those straps a bit more? You got it. One more time. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, pulling. Good job. Inhale, lifting the head up. Exhale, relaxing those straps. Okay, now take the strap up and over that left area of your neck, down and under that right shoulder. Again, you're holding the strap with the right hand. I'm going to loop mine just because I like to not use my wrists if I don't have to. And again, remember, you're trying to find that space where the shoulder girdle comes up and the neck comes down, and that's perfectly where you want to place that strap. Kind of imagine where you would wear a necklace on your neck. That's the easy way to remember it. All right, so we're going to start with the muscles first. We'll do the ribs second again. So now in this position, you've got your strap so that it's in front on the left, to the side and behind on the right. All right, gently take your head and side bend your head over that strap. All right, now in this position, nice deep inhale in. And then as you exhale with the right hand, pull the strap back. Feel all of those muscle tissues being pulled backwards. You got it. Now with your head, keeping that pull backwards, take an inhale, lift your head up. And then as you exhale, gently side bend your head to the right. Feeling the side of the left neck. It might be a general tension. Create no pain. Don't go so far that you feel pain. Now close your eyes if you're comfortable. Maybe even place your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Let's go through those 2 deep belly breaths. So nice and tall, weight into your feet. Deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling out. Yeah, let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. All right. Now, inhale, lift the head up. Then on your exhale, dive that chin down and into that right armpit. Keep pulling that strap back on that right side. Feel that stretch now more to the back of the neck, holding that position. Nice deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. One more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Then inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, relaxing the tension in the strap for a second. All right, so we've got the two main muscles done. Now let's see if we can deal with that rib. So kind of grab the straps again. Side bend your head gently over that left strap again. You got it. Now, nice deep inhale. As you exhale, pull the strap back first, but keep tension into both straps. Now, in this position, you're going to use both straps, the right and the left straps. Keep the head side bent over. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, push both arms down as you push that rib straight down. All right, now let's kind of stretch those scalene muscles. So in this position now, take an inhale, lift the head up. And then as you exhale, slight bend over to that right side. Now you should feel it a little bit different in the side of the neck than you did the first time. 2 breaths here. Every exhale, push those straps down a bit more. Nice deep inhale in. Exhale, push those straps down. Oh yeah. Nice deep inhale in. Exhale, push those straps down. You've got it. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, relax the straps. Yeah, so now you see why I wanted you to kind of wrap those straps around your hands, because your wrists can get really tired just strictly trying to treat the shoulder muscles that attach, or the neck muscles that attach to your shoulders. All right, so the next thing we're going to do in sitting, you got a real bad shoulder here, whether it's in the front of your shoulder, the back of your shoulder, somewhere here. One of the main things we can do when we have shoulder pain is kind of open up the layers of our muscles. So you at home with me are going to be your own physical therapist, your own massage therapist right now. So here's what I want you to do. We're going to start with the right shoulder first. So take your left hand and place your left hand over the tissues of your upper arm. So the outer muscle here is your deltoid. The front muscle is your biceps. The back muscle is your triceps. Just kind of get your hands around it as much as you can. Now, in this position, grip with your left hand. Once you've gripped with your left hand, try to pull your skin and your arm and the tissues inward. Got it? Good. Now let's be our own therapist here. Take an inhale. Try to pull the arm outward. Hopefully underneath your hand right now, you're feeling some good burning. That's you opening up all the muscles of that upper arm. Exhale, bring it back. Grab those muscles, turn those muscles, inhale, inward. Take an inhale, exhale, pull it out. Feel that burning. You're doing a good job if there's any sort of swelling in those muscles of loosening it up. Let's do that one more time. Pull those muscles all the way inward. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, turn it out. You've got it. And then slowly relax. Let's do that left arm. Place the left arm in that serving position. Palm is up. Right hand. Grab a hold of that left muscles. Big muscles. I know you've got big muscles there, so go ahead and grab them. All right. Once you got it, you guys pull that entire arm and all of that tissue inward. Once you pulled that tissue inward, take that inhale there. Exhale, try to turn that arm outward. Boy, my tissues are much tighter on my left arm. That's because my left shoulder is my bad shoulder. Relax it there. Pull those tissues inward. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, pulling it outward. Yes. Let's do that one more time. Pull those tissues inward. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, pulling it outward. Oh, do you feel that burn? I hope you do. And then relax. All right, let's do the opposite. So take your right arm, bring the right arm out. Take your left hand around the tissues. Those of you that have that pain in the front of your shoulder here, this one's for you. Grab the front of your shoulder and turn all of those bicep muscles and part of those pectoralis muscles outward. So really pull them out. All right, nice deep inhale. Exhale, try to turn that arm in. Yeah, you've got it. And relax. Turn those muscles out. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, try to turn that arm in. Do you feel the burning? That's you treating your myofascial tissues all by yourself. One last time. Pull those tissues out on this right arm. Take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, pull that arm in and get movement between all of those layers of muscles and fascia. Good job. Last time on the left. So bring the arm out first. Right hand to the upper left arm. See if you can kind of get your thumb in your armpit and really try to pull those tissues out. If you've got a sweaty armpit, you're in trouble here, guys. And nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, try to turn that hand inward. You've got it. And relax, bring the arm back out. Turn those tissues out. Those arthritic shoulders, they really need this. Deep inhale in. Exhale, turn that arm in. Oh, I feel that burning right on the outside of my shoulder this time. Excellent. And relax. Let's do a third time, just like we did on the right. Turn those tissues out. Arm starts out. Take a deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, pull, 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 pull those tissues in. And then relax. All right. Grab your towel. So here's what I want you to do with your towel. I want you to fold your towel halfwise. Fold your towel again. Once you have your towel quartered, I want you to roll up your towel. Now, with your towel rolled up, it should be, if you've got a hand towel that you're using, it should be somewhere around 3 inches. That's what I want you to use, okay? Bonus, if your armpits are sweating, you're going to dry out your armpits all at the same time here. But this is one of the best exercises you can do if you've got pain in that ball and socket, okay? So if you've got pain in that ball and socket, oftentimes it hurts to bring the arm up. It hurts to bring the arm up and around. So what it needs is movement, but the movement hurts either because of impingement, arthritis, inflammation in tissues. So what this particular exercise does, if you can imagine a ball and socket, what it's going to do, it's going to create movement of the ball on the socket, and you're going to move fluid in the joint. If you can move fluid in the joint, you can create your own pain relief. So grab that towel that you've rolled up, place it underneath that right armpit. All right. Once you have it underneath that right armpit, make sure it's in a position that you can see that your elbow's kind of coming away from your body. So if you have it too low on your arm, you're going to be squeezing the towel into your belly. I want you to squeeze the towel into your rib cage. Okay. So have it high enough that you're squeezing it into your rib cage. All right. We're ready to go here. Now, the left hand, this is the hard part. You got to get that left hand up and over to grab a hold of the outside of that right arm or elbow. Now, let me show you a trick if you're like, well, Trudy, I don't have enough movement in my left shoulder to do it. You've got a yoga strap on your other lap. You can loop it around and hold it to pull it in. So that's the trick if you don't have enough movement in your shoulders. So you can either hold the outside of your elbow with your other hand, or you know what? Let's be super cool and use all of our tools and hold it with a strap. Now, in this position, whatever you're doing, hold it with that strap. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, try to push your arm out into the strap. That pulls the ball into the socket. And then as you exhale, try to pull that strap inward. If you're holding that elbow, pull that elbow inward. You pick how you want to do it, but I want you to pull that ball away from that socket and get that blood fluid, whatever's in that shoulder joint moving. Let's try this 2 more times. Deep inhale in, push it out. Now, this time on the exhale, pull it in. Can you get it? Yeah. Now, if there's some tingling happening, don't worry. We're only going to do it 1 more time. Take a deep inhale. Push that elbow out into that strap. And then as you exhale, pull it in. That's it. And then relax. So essentially what you're doing is you're pulling it out, pushing it in, pulling it out, pushing it in. No different than if you were greasing a squeaky wheel. That's what you're doing to that painful shoulder. All right, let's do it on the opposite side. Is to take that towel underneath that left armpit area. Once you have it there, again, you can hold under on the outside of the elbow if you want and push in, or the cool little trick I showed you, if you don't have enough motion of your shoulders because your shoulder's too painful, you can use your other arm to pull it in. You pick what you're going to do. I'm going to use my hand on this side. For those of you that didn't use the hand on the other side, maybe give it a try. All right. Left arm is kind of out in front of you. The first time, take a deep inhale, and then on the exhale, push the arm out into the hand. So you're trying to do this. Push it out. That pulls the ball into the socket, and then just relax. Okay, now let's see if we can do that 2 times, inhaling and exhaling. So give me an inhale, push it out. And then as you exhale, try to pull that elbow in further. You got it. One more time. Nice deep inhale. Push it out. And then as you exhale, pull it in further. Beautiful job, guys. You've got it. Relax it. Take the towel away from your armpit. You dried your armpits. That's a good thing. But also, you don't want to keep it in there for lots and lots of breaths, because you do have a big nerve underneath your armpit called your brachial plexus. That's what causes that little bit of tingling while you're treating that shoulder pain. So if that's the exercise for you, what I would encourage you to do is 2 to 3 breaths and do that 2 or 3 times. Okay, now we're going to do a nice, good breathing exercise before we start doing a little bit of gentle strengthening with these painful shoulders in sitting. So let's check in with our seated posture. Feet are on the floor, tall body. Maybe make sure that your pelvis is in the right position. Take an inhale. Exhale. Do you need to hinge at your hips to put the weight into your feet? All right. Hold those trays. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale. Turn them out. Hold them there. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale. Squeeze through those shoulder blades. Now keep those shoulder blades squeezed, and then place your hands back down onto your thighs. Now lengthen your neck, settle your chin, hold yourself right here, and close your eyes. Eyes are closed. Focus on your shoulders. See if you can feel the movement of the shoulders with your breath. So take a deep inhale in. Can you feel them moving backwards and downwards? And then take that exhale out through the nose, nice and slow. Can you feel them falling forward? Deep inhale in. And exhaling out. One more time. Nice deep inhale in. And exhale out. Beautiful. Opening up your eyes and grabbing your yoga strap. Okay, now, so here's the deal. If you've got painful shoulders, not the time to pick up weights and start doing weighted exercise. Not even the time to maybe pick up a resisted band and do lots of resisted movements to your shoulders. Because if those shoulders are hot, inflamed, or really painful, a lot of excessive resistance can cause pain, especially if you've injured a tendon like a rotator cuff. But what you can do is an exercise that keeps the shoulders still, but contracts the muscles of the shoulders. So that is called an isotonic or isometric exercise. So we're going to do that today so that if you ever have shoulder pain, or maybe you've got shoulder pain right now, this is the type of strengthening exercise that you can do without making your shoulder more painful. So take your yoga strap, place it in your hands like you're holding that tray. Sit nice and tall, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, and then gently grip your hands around the yoga strap. Now, you're not going to be pulling so hard that you need to be wrapping the strap around your hands this time for your wrists. But here's what I want you to do. Begin to squeeze between your shoulder blades. Now, keep your right hand perfectly still. Heck, maybe even look at your right hand. Then with your left hand, start to pull your left hand outward. As you do, make sure the right hand doesn't move. Hold that. Keep holding that. You're firing those rotator cuff muscles that are deep in that shoulder that may be injured. that are creating some stability now without that movement causing pain and inflammation. So keep that, hold that right hand there, maybe even gaze at that right hand. Take a deep inhale in, and then an exhale out. One more time, deep inhale in, and exhale out. And then relax the pull with the left hand. Now let's do it all over again on the opposite side. So the arms didn't move. It's like you're doing nothing, but you're really doing something phenomenal for those painful shoulders. Left hand, hold it where it is, maybe even gaze at that left hand. Now with the right hand and the right arm, start to attempt to try to pull it outward. As you do, you start to engage those shoulder muscles that stabilize that left shoulder. Hold it there. Take a nice deep inhale and an exhale. One more time, nice deep inhale and an exhale, and then release it. Did you get any burning in your shoulders at home? I hope you did. And I hope that burning was nice and deep, because if you got that nice deep burning, you got exactly the muscles that help that shoulder stabilize, help it relieve pain, but don't cause the pain to worsen. We're going to do it one more time. Now, here's what I want you to do. If you don't have painful shoulders, I want you to challenge yourself. So with the strap where it is, we're going to start with the right arm, rotate the right arm as far out as you can. If you've got a painful shoulder, you're going to stay right there in neutral. But if you don't have a painful shoulder, bring that right arm out as far as you can. Remember, you're sitting nice and tall. Those shoulder blade muscles are engaged. Your neck is long. Your chin is tucked. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, but take a gaze at that right hand. All right, right arm does not move. Left arm, start to engage and pull into that right arm. You should feel those muscles begin to contract in that shoulder joint. Hold it right here. Take a nice deep inhale in. Are you getting some shaking? I hope so. Exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale in and exhale out. Release. Take the left arm. If it's pain-free only, rotate it all the way out. If there is pain in the left arm, do this exercise in neutral. All right, here we go. Body's nice and tall, lengthen the neck, settle the chin, gaze at that left hand. Nothing moves on the left arm. Right arm, start to pull it out. Feel all the muscles on the left arm engage. Hold it right there. Nice deep inhale in. Exhaling out, I am burning, I am shaking. One more deep inhale in and exhaling out and release. I hope you felt that through your shoulders. So lots of easy ways to strengthen those shoulders, even if they're painful. All right, now, one last thing to do in sitting before we hit our mat, and that is to tackle these big muscles underneath our shoulders. So when we've injured our shoulders and we keep our arm down by our side for really long times, we're setting ourselves up and making ourselves prone for something called adhesive capsulitis, which is frozen shoulder, where the bottom of the capsule or the bottom of the stocking around the shoulder joint gets really, really stiff and hard. So it's really important to stretch the latissimus muscles and to get a little bit of range of motion into the shoulder. But I'm going to show you the pain-free way of doing that if you've got a pain-free shoulder. So we're going to start with the right hand. Take your left hand and grab your right wrist. Got it? All right. Now, gently relax your right arm, but use your left hand to place your right wrist over your head. You got it. So your arm right now is in an overhead position. If there's pain here, you're not ready to do this exercise. But if there's no pain here, this is a really good way to stretch out the bottom of the shoulder and the latissimus without putting tension into the shoulder joint. Now, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep inhale in. And then as you exhale, side bend over to the left. Lift the right elbow upward. Feel that stretch through the side of your right body and a little bit into your armpit, but you don't feel that biting on that shoulder joint. Holding it right here, nice deep inhale in. Exhale, maybe you can side bend or lift that elbow up a little higher, maybe get even some pec stretching. One more breath, deep inhale in, and then exhaling, holding, and then relaxing as you come back. Bring the arms down. Let's do it on the left side. So right hand grabs the left wrist. In this position, keep the left arm relaxed. If you engage it, it's going to hurt the shoulder. If you've got swelling in that shoulder, you guys, if you were to take your tongue right now and bite it between your teeth, it's going to hurt. So you want to keep the shoulder joint relaxed. That's why the right arm has to do the work. Bring it up on top of the head and let the left shoulder stay completely relaxed. You're holding it with that right hand. All right, sitting up nice and tall, nice deep inhale here. And then as you exhale, side bend over to the right. Can you feel that stretching in the side of your body and in that armpit area? Okay, deep inhale. Maybe you can even reach that left elbow up a little higher, not through the shoulder, but by sitting up taller. And then can you exhale and maybe even turn a little bit and get a bit of stretch through the front of the shoulder as well? I even feel this in my pecs. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale in and then exhale. Beautiful. Slowly dropping those arms down. And we are officially done in sitting. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your chair, move it out of the way. We're done with the towel and the strap, but just gently place them somewhere out of your way. Make your way to your mat and be on your hands and knees. Okay, hopefully you are all on your hands and knees with me. Now, let's quickly talk about hands and knees position for the shoulder joints. If you've got a painful shoulder, not a post-operative shoulder where you're not allowed to put any weight on your arm, but just pain in your shoulder. This is oftentimes a good position to kind of help engage those muscles of the shoulder without causing pain. But it's real important to make sure you balance the weight between your knees and your hands. So let's get the right alignment in hands and knees here. So check in that your knees are hip distance. Look back that you can't see your ankles or your toes on the inside or outside. Stack your hips perfectly on top of your knees, and then walk your hands forward so that your wrists and your elbows are straight on top of your shoulders and that your arms are shoulder width distance. So you should be able to look down right now and see that your hands on your mat are wider than your knees. Index fingers, point them forward and take those thumbs and pull them all the way inward. Now, in this position, you can gently rotate through your arms to create motion into your shoulder joints, but allow yourself to let your elbow creases kind of point up and inward and not straight forward. So don't fully lock out your elbows. Okay, now let's just go through a couple of cat-cows in this position. So as you inhale, let your belly sink. Let your tailbone lift. Really think about pulling those shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chest, lengthen the front of your neck, and look upward. But don't put more weight in your hands. So don't lean forward. Then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, pull that abdomen up and in, spread between those shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck, and tuck your chin into your chest. But don't push yourself back into your knees. See how balanced you can keep your weight between your hands and your knees. 2 more times. Inhaling, sinking the belly, sinking the chest, shoulder blade back and down, lengthening through the front of the neck and looking up. Are you pushing into your index fingers and your thumbs? And then as you exhale, pulling everything up and under, tucking the tailbone, abdomen in, spread the shoulder blades, chin all the way into the chest. One last time here. Inhaling, sinking downward, squeezing the shoulder blades, pushing into those index fingers and thumbs and looking upward. And then exhaling, spreading those shoulder blades, lengthen the back of the neck, chin into the chest as you tuck that tailbone under. Very, very nice. Now, slowly start to sit back in child's pose. If you've got shoulder pain, you don't want your arms up overhead, so just gently drop your elbows down to the mat. Settle yourself down onto your heels. Rest your chest down onto your knees. Slowly drop the crown of your head down onto your mat. Now in this position, let's go through 2 nice deep inhales and exhales. So deep inhale into the belly.
exhaling out. One more breath. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. You've got it.
Now, slowly coming up, and what I want you to do is find the mobilization tool that you're going to use. So pick a ball, any ball. I'm going to use my laundry ball just because I really like it when I'm working on my chest muscles. But here's what I want you to do. You're going to lay on your belly. If you're with me at home and you have a lot of back issues that do not allow you to lay on your belly, grab a pillow or something and place it underneath your belly and your chest, and it will allow you to do that. Once you do that, what I want you to do with laying on your belly is gently take your right arm and place your right arm straight out to the side of you. With your right arm straight out to the side of you, don't have your arm higher than your shoulder, especially if this is a painful shoulder. Now, where you're going to place this ball is right in front of the armpit. So allow yourself to lay that ball right in front of that armpit. Place the arm in the position out to the side of your body that you don't feel any pain in the shoulder. Once you have yourself in that position, take your left hand, place it underneath your left shoulder. And then very gently take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, just push yourself slightly up on the left side. That puts all of the tension onto that ball, onto that big pectoralis major muscle that oftentimes pulls our shoulder forward and causes pain. Holding that position right there. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. One more time here. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Drop yourself down. Grab your ball and then gently roll yourself onto that right side. Now, if you've got a really weak neck, go ahead and grab your yoga block right now and place it underneath your head. So the whole purpose of the yoga block is just to support your head if you know that you've got some neck issues that aren't going to allow you to be very happy right now. We're going to tackle finding that tension in that latissimus muscle underneath our shoulder. So we just did the front of the armpit. Now we need to do the back of the armpit. So what I want you to do is place that tennis ball, that pinky ball, that whatever ball right in the very back of the armpit area. It may be extremely tender to even place the ball on. Once you have it there, you can play with the movement of lifting your right arm up, but you probably don't need to go very far. Now in this position, and try to find your peace, maybe even put a smile on your face and forget what you're feeling where that ball is. And take a nice deep inhale into your belly. And then exhaling out. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. You've got it. Roll yourself off that ball. Take that ball and just place it in front of you. If you're going to use that yoga block, place that yoga block on your head and stay laying on your right side. Now, when you just did that stretch, if you felt any sort of numbness or tingling or anything happening in your hand, that's very normal because the trigger points of that latissimus muscle refer to the back of the shoulder and the arm, especially if you maybe got on a rotator cuff muscle. A-okay, just don't stay on it for too long. All right, let's gently stretch our shoulder capsule. For those of you that have shoulder pain, because your ball and socket isn't quite on axis, meaning it's either a posturally driven problem or a muscle imbalance in your shoulder, this is the right exercise for you to alleviate your shoulder pain. It's also called the sleeper stretch. And so allow yourself to stack your knees so that they're in line with your hips, and then take your right elbow and stack it so that it's in line with your shoulder. And then allow your right arm to be bent at your elbow at 90 degrees, and then take your left hand and bring it up and over that right forearm. Now take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, slowly push that right forearm down towards the floor. Now check in with yourself that as you're pushing your arm down, you're not rolling your body back, or as you're pushing your arm down, you're not dropping your elbow down. So those are the two common things that people will do incorrectly. So keep your shoulders stacked and gently push down until you start to feel that tension, not pain, tension in the back of your shoulders. So do not push too far. All right, now hold that position and let's play with this. Keeping the left arm on the right forearm. Don't move anything. Can you take an inhale and try to push your right forearm up into your left hand, contracting those muscles of your right shoulder? And then exhale, and can you slowly get further in that stretch? Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, pushing the right up into the left, but don't create any movement. Asymmetric here, or isotonic, sustained isotonic actually. And then exhale, relax. Let's do 1 more time. Inhaling, pushing up, kind of like you're wrestling, but there's no movement. And then exhaling and relaxing. You've got it. Slowly release the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Use that bottom elbow, that top hand. Take a nice deep inhale, and on the exhale, push yourself up, and let's do it all over again on the opposite side. So take your yoga block with you so you got support for your head, but we're not going to use it immediately because we're going to be laying on our belly. So just kind of place it somewhere near you. Again, if you need that pillow for your belly support, do it. But we're going to be putting that ball in that chest area on that pectoralis muscle. So allow yourself to roll down onto your belly. Take that ball, place that ball in that chest area. Gently bring that left arm out to the side of the body, but don't bring your arm up over the height of your shoulder. Lay that ball on that pectoralis muscle. Once you feel like, yes, I'm there, take your right hand underneath your shoulder using the strength of your right tricep here. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, just gently rotate yourself slightly to the right. If you've got that ball in the right place, you're right on that tight pectoralis muscle. Now hold it right here. Take a deep inhale into that chest and belly. And exhaling out. 1 more time. Nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out, slowly lowering yourself down, taking that ball, bringing it with you and rolling over onto that left side. Block is there for head support if you need it. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable position on that left side, and then take that ball and go to the back part of the armpit. So you were just on the front part of the armpit. Now go to the back part of the armpit. Oh, find that area that's really tender. You can work on lifting your arm up, but I promise you, you probably don't want to go too far because you're on that big, bad, ugly latissimus muscle, as well as a couple of rotator cuff muscles. Holding it right there. Can you take that nice deep inhale into that chest and belly? As you inhale, can you feel that push extra into that ball? And then exhale, relaxing. 1 more time. Nice deep inhale into where that ball is. And then exhale and relaxing. You got it, guys. Roll off that ball. You're done with that ball. Gently place it to the side, but stay on your left side. Make sure your knees are stacked in line with your hips. Your shoulders are stacked and your elbow is stacked in line with your shoulder. All right, sleeper stretch on the left side here. So bend up that left elbow so that it is at 90 degrees. Take that right hand and bring it up onto the forearm on the left side. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to lower that arm downward. Now remember the 2 cheats. Cheat number 1, you start to roll off of your shoulder because you're letting your ego win there and you're trying to get that arm to the floor. Keep your shoulders stacked. Cheat number 2 is you drop your elbow to try to get your hand closer to the floor. So keep that elbow in line. Gently get to wherever you get to today. Just like life, shoulder issues are a journey. You're not going to fix them overnight. All right, let's do that contract, relax exercise we did on that opposite side. So holding this position, take that inhale and push your left forearm up into your right palm. And then as you exhale, relax it down and see if you gain any motion. You want gentle pull and tension in the back of your left shoulder, not pain. Again, inhale, push that left forearm up into that right palm. Exhale, can you drop that shoulder any further into internal rotation? One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Inhale, pushing up. No motion really. Exhale, relaxing down. You've got it. Gently relaxing that arm. Now, taking your block, placing it away from you, and slowly rolling all the way over onto your back. Wow, you have done some great work for your shoulders already, but you know what? Let's end on a good note for one of the joints of our shoulders that we really haven't spent much time with. So we've done a lot to kind of take care of the pain in the ball and socket joint. Let's do a little bit to gently strengthen through the shoulder blade and rib cage muscles. It's one of the areas that we oftentimes have weakness, which causes more pain in our shoulders. So gently start with your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor, shin bones about perpendicular with the mat, and then just slowly bring your arms downward. About 45-degree angle is a good one. Palms are lifted, lengthen your neck, settle your chin here. Now, in this position, turn your palms upright so you can feel that your thumbs touch the floor. Very nice. Now, very slowly, start to gently push your arms down into the floor. You should feel the muscles of the back of your shoulder contract. Now, take a nice deep inhale, and on the exhale, really squeeze between your shoulder blades. Now you're pushing your arms down and you're squeezing your shoulder blades. Holding right there, take a nice deep inhale into your chest and exhaling out. Let's do that one more time. Deep inhale into the chest. Make sure your neck is long, your chin is tucked, exhaling out. You've got it. Relax the shoulder blades, relax the arms. Now, gently bring your arms up into a position of goal posts if you can. Now, if you cannot get your elbows up to the height of the shoulders, only bring them as high as you can without pain. If there is pain, to rotate your shoulders into external rotation, keep your arms straight and just do the same thing that you just did with your arms a little higher. So you pick the position that is pain-free for your shoulders. If your elbows are straight, keep your palms up, thumbs out. If your elbows are bent, turn your palms away from you, pinkies touching the floor. Now, do not let your elbows be higher than your shoulders. Keep your elbows lower than your shoulders. In this position, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Start with focusing on just the muscles of the back of the arm first. So can you take an inhale, and as you exhale, push the pinkies and the arms down into the floor, but don't focus on the shoulder blades. All right, you've got your rotator cuff muscles. You've got a little bit of those posterior shoulder deltoid muscles holding that position now. Can you take a deep inhale? And on the exhale, can you squeeze the shoulder blades to add to it? Yes. Now keep that contraction, holding that there. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Can you take a deep inhale into your belly? Exhaling out. Deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out, relax the shoulder blades, relax the arms. Very nice. Now slowly bring the right knee to the chest. Slowly bring the left knee to the chest. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hug those knees into your chest. Settle your neck. Settle your chin. Take a deep inhale into your belly. And exhaling out. One more time. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Dropping your feet back down to the floor. We're going to do a different spinal twist to end class today. So we want a spinal twist to focus on the shoulders. So here's what I want you to do. We're going to start with the left side. So gently allow yourself to take your left arm out to the side of your body. Once you have your left arm out to the side of your body, gently roll your entire body like a log facing that left arm. All right, now right arm, bring it up into the air. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, rotate yourself to the right. Keep rotating yourself to the right. Lift yourself over to the right, but keep that right arm completely on the floor. Dropping your head towards your right shoulder. Take a deep inhale here. Exhaling out. One more breath. Deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Bringing your head back to the center. Unrotating that trunk and doing it all over on the other side. So literally roll yourself on the right side for a second. I'm sorry, my back is to you, but get your arm completely straight on this right side at the height of your shoulder. Then take the left arm up into the air. Nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, roll everything to the left, but keep that left arm on the floor. Gaze to the left hand here. Take a deep inhale. Push that right arm down onto the floor, exhaling out. One more time. Deep inhaling in. And exhaling out. Slowly derotate the head to the center. And then unrotate that trunk and all of those pelvis muscles and leg muscles. All right. Find yourself back into the center of your mat. It's all about the shoulders today, so pull those shoulder blades underneath you. Gently, gently, gently let your arms rest out about 45 degrees away from your body. And then slowly let your heels drop to the edges of your mat. All right, keep your body nice and still. Lengthen the neck, settle your chin. Take a deep inhale into your belly here. Slowly exhale that air out. Can you take a deep inhale into your chest? Slowly exhale that air out. One more deep belly breath, deep into the belly. And slowly exhale that air out. Rest your body and check in with your shoulders. Feel where your elbows are touching your mats. Feel where your knuckles are touching the floor. Can you feel where the back of your shoulders are resting on your yoga mat? Hopefully you've done such a fabulous job today. They're beautifully relaxed. Shoulders are comfortable. You've accomplished what you wanted. To be present for an entire hour and focus on those shoulders. Now very gently, allow yourself to start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, do some circles with the wrists and the ankles. And then when you feel like you're ready, sliding one leg up followed by the other. Gently rolling to your side, resting there just for a breath. And then when you're ready, on your next exhale, bottom elbow, top hand, pushing yourself up into a seated position. Gently finding yourself in easy pose. Let's end with a nice, beautiful position of our shoulders. Shrug the shoulders up, rotate the arms out, squeeze the shoulders back. Rest the hands down onto your thighs, maybe your knees. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, smile on your face, and then hands to your heart. Nice deep inhale in, exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you for joining me today.